Hi, everybody. Welcome. We're so happy to have you with us here tonight. My name is Michelle, and tonight joining me is Bridget and Colleen, or as referred to as Mama C, and Mary. And we're super excited just to come on here and share with you guys how Plexus has blessed, our health and also our finances. We have all, I think probably most of us, or maybe all four of us, were skeptical to start these. And with time and consistency and just being committed and trusting the process, we have all found just such success with the products and relief from a lot of symptoms. So to kick us off, Colleen is going to start with her testimony and share with us about how the products have helped her.
Hi, everybody. I'm Colleen. I'm a Gold Ambassador and a retired registered nurse. And if you had told me I'd be doing something like this 2 years ago, I would have laughed. My friend Bridget over here, I kept seeing her post and I just couldn't believe some of the things I was seeing. But I can tell you that it is never too late to start a health journey. 2 years ago, I'm just going to run down a list. I weighed 55 pounds more. I had significant diverticulitis disease frequently. I had horrible menopausal issues. I could be in a team meeting and leading, and I would be, I'd be fountain. I wasn't sleeping right. I had had labs done, and my lipids were up. That's cholesterol. My blood pressure was up. My blood sugar markers were up, and I knew that I was headed for a big problem. And when you're a nurse, for as long as I worked, I was 38 years, you take care of everybody else, and I had sort of neglected myself in a big way. So honestly, some of the things that have changed are my sleep, my blood sugar markers. I had a colonoscopy a year ago and they said, see you in 10 years. Your colon looks beautiful. Your disease is minimal and the flares are going away. And I tell you, if the people that invited you here, when you hear their stories, when you hear all of our stories, they love you, they care about you, and I just encourage you to look and take a second look at Plexus, because that's what I did. And it is truly changing my life. It is aging me backwards, and it is giving me the ability to keep up with my grandbabies, which, by the way, I'm going to put them to bed right now. So that's my story, and thank you for thank you for being here tonight. We appreciate you.
Oh, thank you. I always love hearing your story. It's so amazing, just all the health changes you're seeing. And it's so true. You have to take care of yourself in order to be there for your loved ones and your kids and your grandchildren. So
Yes.
you definitely deserve it after 38 years of nursing. So well, get your grandbabies to sleep. Thank you so much, Colleen.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Awesome. All right, Mary, you're up.
Hi, everybody. So my name is Mary. I'm currently a GI registered nurse and a Super Silver Ambassador. So long story short, Michelle, she actually messaged me about Plexus a little over a year ago. And I've always dealt with depression and anxiety. And, I read through her message, I looked at the videos, and I was like, not really. I was really quick to turn Michelle off. And honestly, I was really skeptical. And I'm a GI nurse, right? Like, I was super, super skeptical. And, I kind of hit a point in my life where I was unable to control my anxiety, depression. Hit a very, very low point. So I went to the doctor. And the first thing they do is prescribe meds, right? So they prescribe me antidepressants and prescribe me birth control. And my symptoms, I felt were worse. Like I was I've dealt with fatigue and headache, but I was like so much worse. I had these cluster headaches. I just wasn't feeling well. I felt like my depression was worse. I was laying in bed, my days off. My doctor pretty much told me I was a functional depressed person. And I was like, okay. So I remember Michelle, I saw her posts. I was that skeptical girl, and I hit her up and I said, I don't want to feel like this anymore. I just hit a low point. I remember like messaging her and like bawling, and I still look back at the messages and I was just so like, it makes me just cry, and I get just, but I wanted help. I wanted something different. I went to the doctors and, they prescribed me meds, and I was feeling worse, and I knew a little bit about gut health. Like my boyfriend's celiac, so he always lectures me about my gut health, but I never listened to him, right? So, I started these Plexus products, and I've been consistent. I've been on it for a little over 3.5 months, and oh my gosh, it's like night and day. Like I'm still healing, like, but I can get up in the morning. Like, I'm actually in a good mood, and I'm not masking, with it with a smile. So gosh, I hope if you're listening, I just want you guys to jump in and take the risk. Like it is going to change your life forever. Like it has changed mine. And knowing that, there's a lot of medical professionals that take these products and that trust these products, like makes me feel good. And I hope you just jump in. So that's just a little bit about me.
Thank you. Well, I can obviously relate from the nursing standpoint, and obviously from being super skeptical. I was the same way following my friend Nikayla for a couple years and Janessa, and I just would read their posts, but I was like, nah, not for me. And just kind of got to that place of desperation and like, well, what if this could change it? And so I'm so happy you did too. All right, Miss Bridget. Your turn, lady.
I'm supposed to go on after that. These stories every time. I've heard these stories a couple of times, but every time I get chills, and there's a moment where I get a little lump in my throat because I realize once again, I didn't realize what I had in my hand when I joined Plexus 3.5 years ago. And here I sit, you guys know, as an Emerald ambassador. And I just feel like screen sharing right now. How about that? I'm going to screen share. And if I can, not super techy, but I'm going to try to see. Oh, wow. This might go bad, actually. But no, we're going to make this good. This is important. Screen share. Okay. Hopefully you're seeing that really well right now. So I had no idea that when I got on Plexus and it addressed my eczema, my PMS, depression, tension headaches, chronic jaw aches, waking up every morning with just locked inflammation here, low energy. I have 4 children. I'm a military wife. I homeschool my 4 children. I was definitely homeschooling from my couch. Making dinner used to be fun. It stopped being fun. And moms, I know how it is. You're like, oh my gosh, they have to eat again. But I'm talking, I felt like I could not lift my arms. I felt like I could not even think clearly to make shopping lists at a certain point. So this went on for about 3 years. The reason why I have this graphic up right now is that this is me. Can you see my cursor under Emerald? This is what, I'm the stay-at-home mom with 4 kids. I'm working for my iPhone, and I'm making a 6-figure income. With these 3 ranks in our company comes a Plexus Lexus. So I have a Plexus SUV in my driveway. I've had it for a year. Last year we were sent to Maui. This year we're going again this next month in just a couple of weeks. And I'm going to stop sharing right now. Stop sharing this. But I'm sharing this with you because Plexus changed my life in the form of my health. I trusted my friend Corey. I trusted her that 6 months to a year was going to be the minimum that it was going to take to get my gut in balance. I was almost 40 years old. I knew I had some healing to do. Praise the Lord, my husband was very much on board with getting me on the products, staying on the products, but Early on, I was in a resource group, like a testimonial group, like Guts and Grace Info. By the way, if you're not in that group, it is our own personal team's place where we put blurbs of information and testimonials there. But I would scroll through, and this is like within my first week on the products. It made me think of my mom, my neighbor, my college friend, and I just said, you have to look at this. I'm going to be giving this 6 months to a year. You have to check this out. This testimony reminds me of you. So I ended up with this organic business. We're at a place where we are retiring my husband in 2020 from the military. And he's had a wonderful career. I cannot complain. We were always paycheck to paycheck, but very blessed. But we're getting out because we have bigger dreams and bigger plans now. We want to give big. We want to travel big. We want our kids to experience more. Do you guys know how expensive kids are these days? Right? Just feeding them. I mean, we just went through like a bin of lettuce in one night, you know, like organic lettuce, like $6 or $7. I mean, so anyway, this is just doable for anybody and everybody. Like Michelle said at the beginning, you know, gut health affects everybody. So if you're tired of mediocre and the status quo, you can do this too. If you're ready to, to work with us. I mean, it's true. That's how Plexus works too. We have free training. Our tribe links arms. You can earn while you learn. Mary Yim, I mean, she just ranked up to super silver, and she hasn't even been with Plexus for 3 months. And it's because of her sweet upline, Michelle, taking her hand and showing her the ropes that she learned from her upline, Michaela, and on down it goes. So we're just so excited to be here with you in this 3-day group. There's so many more things coming tomorrow. If you're here brand new and you missed yesterday and today, you can just peruse and look around because this might be the perfect fit for you in health, in finances, in both. We just don't know. Thanks for having me.
So good. Your testimony, your health testimony, and the transformation for your family, retiring your husband early, all that, what is the to prayer, huh? So amazing.
Yeah, it's a dream come true. Like dreams really do come true in this company. And I think that's why it's hard for people to bite into that, because I stopped dreaming years ago. I don't know about you guys. I was like, well, this is what I'll do from now on. That's what everybody does, right? Start dreaming again. I'm done.
Yeah. Perfect. Well, I'll wrap us up and just tell you guys a little bit about my health testimony too, and also how the business is kind of surprising me and really helping us financially now. So just like Mary too, when I started Plexus, I was really skeptical to start, but I was struggling so bad with migraines and headaches, taking Tylenol and ibuprofen every day. I had really bad tummy issues, super low energy, and just was not doing very good. And I had a 1-year-old daughter at the time. And so I started the products and pretty immediately started noticing my energy was getting better and I was sleeping better and my tummy was feeling better. I was like, these might actually work. So I started sharing with, a few friends, and I was like, okay, Nikayla, what do I need to do to get my products paid for? Because I had went from a full-time nursing job to very part-time, and I needed to have my products paid for. So it wasn't another thing in our budget. So pretty quickly got my products paid for and had a few family members start, and, they started noticing the improvements as well. So for the next about year, I kind of treated it as a hobby. I would do things here and there. And it wasn't until I went to a convention in Las Vegas, everything changed for me. I saw the transformations for so many people, and both in their health and in their finances. And I was like, wow, this could really be the answer. When I became a nurse, I had kind of just accepted that I was going to miss my daughter's and my future children's soccer games and weekends and camping trips and Christmas morning and those kind of things, because that's just what you have to do when you work in the hospital. So when I was at convention, I was like, oh, maybe I don't have to. Maybe I could be home with my kiddos. Maybe I don't have to miss those events, and I can still help people feel better. So I love being a nurse, but I also want to be home with my family. So this has really become such a blessing. Since convention now, I've ranked up to gold, and it is helping pay for our car payment. It pays for my whole family to be on the supplements. and then some. So it is such a blessing. Everybody can do this. I know that sounds cliche, but if I can do this, then really anybody can do this. It is literally sharing with family and friends something that you found that you love. So we are so happy you're here with us tonight to hear all of this. And I think that's it for us tonight.
It was so great. So good. Never gets old.
Mm-mm.
Thank you, friends.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll see you soon, everybody. Oh, and I'm sorry for the technical difficulties too. That's why this is showing up as YouTube. So put your comments down below. Let us know if you watch this and there's something that stood out to you. Put a comment down below too. If there's somebody in your life that you're thinking of tonight that's coming to mind, feel free to invite them to this group. This is a private group, but it's open for all invites. We want to get the word out. This has changed our lives. Have a great night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.